Hello and welcome to the Philippines. Do you have questions about Philippine visa issues? Do you have questions about real estate and title issues in the Philippines? Do you have questions about businesses, starting a business, running a business, regulatory requirements here? JR has many staff members, and he may have solutions to your issues wherever you live here in the Philippines and or overseas. So contact these folks. He's got a couple lawyers, accountants on staff, and he's helped a lot of people already. So let's get into it.
Yes, Brad. Yeah, hello. How are you? It's been a while, but I'm happy to see you see you again, a good friend of mine. Thank you for having me here. And by the way, for your viewers, I am JR Coca, the founder of jrc Visa Consultancy and Immigration Services. Our main office is basically located in Cebu City, right across Ayala Mall Terraces. The building, it's located in FGU building. The building across Ayala Terraces that has the Citibank at the ground floor. So we are on the 6th floor of that. Our services mainly focus for now for the visa and immigration services. That is for the foreign travelers going inside the Philippines or wanting to relocate in the Philippines or wanting to stay, retire in the Philippines. For your visa, immigration related services, that is who we are. We are doing our best to give you the best possible services that we have so that you will have a peace of mind on your stay here in the Philippines. One of your major needs upon relocating to the Philippines or any countries that you would like to go is actually a place to stay. So there are also instances, because by profession I'm also a licensed real estate broker and appraiser, we could somehow assist you up to some extent for now because our structure is still developing or work in progress as of the moment. But that is the next big thing that we're trying to develop so that we can actually give you the best possible service on hand. Now also we are touching base on our extended services or complementary services for those foreigners who would like to do business in the Philippines or to currently having business in the Philippines but having trouble of doing the compliances in our government offices, because as we all know, there are challenges along the way in running a business in the Philippines, and it's a little bit tedious in terms of compliances, especially for the tax office, the regular submissions of reports from any government offices, like for example for the SEC, for the corporation. So we can also assist you with that because we have attorneys. We have two attorneys that we retain in our company, attorneys that we retain in our company, and also one of that attorney is also an accountant. So, and as far as we can, we're actually giving you the best possible service that we can give by those professionals coming in to the company so that we can serve you well better while you will be transacting with us.
And I've known you about 3 years, and I was introduced to JR by another subscriber to my channel who called me up one time or sent me a message and said, JR has been doing really a good job helping me get my SRRV, my special resident retirement visa, and you need to meet this guy. And so we met for coffee, and I think a month later we did a video. We've done a number of videos since then. And I get very good reports from guys, because they will take you what might take you many days to get done, going to the different agencies, for instance, the NBI to get your intelligence,
National Bureau of Investigation.
Yeah, to
That's
get your criminal
search.
clearance.
Yes, in the Philippines.
The medical things that you need to get done.
Yes.
You take their hand, not literally, but basically you lead them through that. And I've been with you when you took one of my friends through there, and you just bang, 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 you got done in one day, which would take many people 4 days or longer, probably. Take a number and wait kind of thing. And that's the feedback I get from many of my subscribers who use your services. And like I've said before, why would you use an agency? You can do it. You can do many of these things on your own, but it's easier. They know the system. They know the people. If there are problems, they know ways around the problems, solutions to the problems, and that's what I've seen in my time dealing with these guys. I've seen various guys have come up with issues and problems. And for instance, what are some of the biggest problems you have with expats not having the proper documents?
Yes.
They're back in their own country.
There are a lot actually. Going back to going back 3 years ago, when I met that particular foreigner who actually go to the office, I just wanted this to be shared, like, because we've been talking for several videos probably, but I would like to encourage all foreign nationals who are already in the Philippines. You are on a different aspects of life, and you want to live your life here in the Philippines. You want to live your life, and you want to enjoy it the most that you can. I know that for a fact there are actually foreigners who are actually being challenged financially. Don't let be that situation give you stress, or probably whatever it can actually affect you in a negative way for you not to have a peace of mind. Don't let that actually strain you, because that particular we have actually helped out a lot of foreigners per se. If you don't have money, tell us. If you don't have money, I'm not saying that we're a foundation. Of course we do need money, because we have people to pay, we have salaries to pay, we have actually operational expenses that we need to pay. But if you are actually like on the situation, talk to us, because we're gonna draw up the best possible option for you, because there will be solutions along each problems. So we have came across, and it made me realize that at any point in time, it made my perception concrete that we are actually treating foreigners, and we're welcoming foreigners as human beings in the Philippines, not just a walking ATM or cash bags along the way, but we're treating you as humans. So that is always been the norms of the entire organization or the company itself. So sometimes one of the struggles really is, oh, JR, I'm just living on pension. I need to wait for the next month so that I can pay you. If we can actually give you an extra mile to lend a helping hand, then we would do so, as long as we can actually agree on some terms on that. I think that this message should came across to all foreigners who've been stuck in the Philippines. If you've been stuck here, you don't have any money, there are still solutions to that. You might be going to your embassies, or you might be topping up some friends that can help you have doing some paperwork for you to be out on that situation. So going back to Rod's question, one of the few things that I actually like bumped into is there are cases that along the way their visa stamp, which is on a specific page of the passport, has been lost or has been stripped out. There are also like a person actually coming into the country wherein he was not able, the passport was not being stamped on the arrival stamp, and his vacation, according to him, was totally messed up. And I told him, okay, there's a solution along the way, but you just need to understand the process along the way, so that you can actually put some options on the table in which that will be aligned on what is your plans. To sum it up, both of that major situations we have solved that, and it gives us really a sense of fulfillment on helping out those foreign friends of ours wanting to have a little vacation in the Philippines. But it turns out to be in the second scenario. He said to me, JR, I am not that point that I actually enjoy my vacation, but really thank you. So as you notice to our Facebook page, we have actually highlighted also some of the testimonials of our clients. We ask them and we give permission to them. That's wholeheartedly given to us. So it's a matter of really wanting to highlight us giving the peace of mind once you are here in a foreign land, which is the Philippines. And we would like to invite more foreigners to come and live in the Philippines. This is a beautiful place. It's just like this is a different culture than yours, because yours might be a first world country and we're in the third world. But at the end of the day, we just want you to live your life here in the Philippines.
Yeah, friendly people and still a welcoming country.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a key thing. And then you've done some travels, and this is
Yes.
one of the questions I get. What can I go here? Do I need this? What documents do I need? Do I need the One Health Pass? Do I need the QR code? And I've told people, I said it's so confusing. What reality is oftentimes different than the official.
Yes.
So can you tell us about some of your travels and what's happened, what you've seen?
Okay, for those foreign nationals who are already here in the Philippines, it would actually vary from places to places. Like for example, just to give you a personal experience, when I traveled to Cagayan de Oro, one of the major cities in Mindanao, the southern island group of islands in the Philippines, some of the establishments there, including the big malls, still asked and wanted to see your vaccination cards. So that is something, because here in Cebu City, just go straight to the mall once you have your temperature check and you're good and you're okay. But actually it's giving, oh, it's still existing here. But wait, I came across to see a friend in Camiguin Island. That's an island 2 hours drive from Cagayan de Oro City. And I was even more surprised because there's still actually one, before you can go or go across the island, because that would be like by a boat from the mainland going to the island, you are still required to present a QR code on that particular province, in which one of the requirements is you need to log in, you need to have your vaccination cards, you need also to have your what do you call that, if you're coming there as tourists, you need to present booking confirmation from your hotel, where would you like to stay in. And it made me like, it caught me by surprise. We are actually going there just for a trip to actually like to see a friend, to explore the island. But at the end of the day, it gives us a little bit challenge in the port area doing those stuff. And luckily we're able to cross the island. Those are few of the things that may vary on each local government units, from city to municipality, how big they are and how actually they impose restrictions along the way. For international travel, nothing so much has changed. We're still referring to the IATF Resolution 168, which actually highlighted the booster shot. If you have the booster shot, you are not then required to have the RT-PCR. And if you don't have the booster shot and you completed the primary series, the first and second for the 2-dose vaccination, or the single shot for that particular brand of vaccine, then you are required to have an RT-PCR prior entry. The rest of the requirements, like One Health Pass, we have actually asked also a client who just came in to the Philippines 2 days ago, and it made me curious, like, hey, what did they ask? And he said to me, JR, they have not asked so much. Don't quote me on this, but according to that particular person, they asked for the One Health Pass. So it's actually, you need to log in that prior to your entry, the One Health Pass, but the passport, of course. But those two are mentioned that they're actually taking a look. But in a way, you just need to go through the proper documentation of what is required from you. Nothing so much right now in terms of the health restrictions. I think the One Health Pass will do. Your passport, which actually valid more than 6 months upon entry. Your return ticket. Your return ticket must not be more than 30 days. What else? Your vaccination card. Any proof of vaccination will be accepted. And I think those are basically all the stuff that you need to do. But you need to, for further information, you may also check the IATF Resolution 168 to be specific. Up until now, this is also one good avenue to discuss that there are changes right now in the Bureau of Immigration. I think some of you have got the information that the president, the newly elected president in this administration, new administration, have actually appointed a new, what do you call that, new Bureau of Immigration Commissioner. It took place, I think, a few weeks back. So we are still on the transition stage. Some of you have actually processed personally your immigration or visa application. might be required, or not might be, but will be required to change some of your documentation because, for example, your letter request is still named for the previous commissioner. You need to indicate right now the new commissioner in place. So those are the changes that is currently ongoing right now, and I expect changes probably in the next 3 to 6 months. But those changes are because of the newly implemented regulations of the Bureau of Immigration Commissioner with the end mind to improve further the services of that particular government office.
Okay. Yeah, in fact, I predicted some of that many months ago. I said, you know, many of these countries, like Thailand, has been changing. Some of it's been good. They've extended their 30-day visa to 45 days. And many countries, I think 90 countries or so now, have dropped all requirements.
Wow.
They have no vaccine required, no vaccine cards, no health passes, no masks. Nothing is required. Come to our country, spend your money, travel. And we're hoping, I really think, and I've said it several times on videos, in November, the Philippines is going to join the rest of the world. Do you have anything else to add?
Basically, we don't have much of that. For me to add really on some of the things that are currently happening right now is really on the side of the foreign nationals coming into the country. First touch base is really to get in touch with your airline, because one of our clients actually mentioned that the airline actually book him or have the return flight beyond 30 days, 31 to be exact. So instead of 29 or 30, he actually booked it by 31 days. So he had really a problem of getting the one health pass. So those are a friendly reminder. And for those who are actually here, stretch your patience. After all, we still have a lot of reasons to be happy about. And for those people who are still on the situation of the overstaying, try to sort out your overstay as soon as you can, because there are already, the Bureau of Immigration have actually issued order to leave orders. So for you to overstay here for more than 36 months, and you need to settle your overstaying fees or your overstaying status, because once you file it at the Bureau of Immigration, it will not be like one department. Before the commissioner will sign it, it needs to be raffled to many immigration lawyers in the Bureau of Immigration, and they will actually assess your situation if that merits them to approve you to secure an appropriate visa for you to have a continued stay in the Philippines, or will be ordered to leave. So because sometimes we still actually encountered emails like they're gonna say, okay, JR, because of COVID. Probably the COVID situation might be acceptable a year ago, but right now it might not be applicable as of the moment. So those are some of the informations as on our part for the visa and immigration needs, and also for the real estate one, that will be case-to-case basis. If you have some properties on hand that you actually take a look at in the internet, please feel free to call us, because we can actually do the checking on your behalf, and we can actually represent you so that you will have the right numbers at hand. Like for example, if you're gonna assume a unit being paid off on a developer, along the way there are actually costs involved, there are taxes involved. So once you have a negotiation, that particular negotiation would start with a general number and go deeper on that number. And also we bump into another real estate situation where in fact a client of ours asking JR, I don't know where I can find my title, condominium title to be specific. Now, condominium title can only be issued if it is deemed determined lost, but the reissuance of that particular title is not that easy. It needs to have a court order, which will be filed by an attorney to an appropriate court, and it merits for that court to issue the reissuance, then that would be the time that that particular lost title will be reissued. So it's not automatic. It needs to go through a legal procedure for it to be reissued with the owner's duplicate copy. And also for the business consultancy side, please take a look at your registrations along the way. Monthly, quarterly, annually, you have some requirements or returns or compliances that you will do, either from the tax office, from the municipal's office, and for the city office, or from SEC specifically. You have some documentary requirements or reports that you need to comply. Non-compliance of those reports will be subject to appropriate penalties. So those are basically the general information, but to go deeper, it will only be applicable to you on a case-to-case basis. And we hope that we can actually give you the right and appropriate information for you, and so that you will have a peace of mind in actually staying here in the Philippines. That is the one that is actually like we have discovered lately, because once you're going to be so stressed out, distracted, it will actually affect everything that surrounds you. So I think that would be for the video for today, and I would like to thank also to a good friend of mine, Rod, for having us here again, and we do appreciate that, and hopefully the information that we got or shared to our subscribers.
Well, I appreciate you coming on and sharing your knowledge. So I have people asking me a lot of questions I don't have answers to, so I come to you for the answers. So anyway, yeah, I've seen in the last 3 years or so, I've seen you solve a lot of problems, and people get, like you said, stressed out, and they don't know where to turn, and they don't know where to find a good lawyer, a good agent, whatever. And you guys have good track record, and we really appreciate that. Really glad I was able to meet you guys.
Please, when you're here, call us.
All right. Yeah, and you've got a Facebook page.
Yes.
You've got a
website.
And YouTube channel.
Yes, our baby YouTube channel for now.
Yeah, and I'll be featuring some of your answers to questions that you do on some of that in future videos. Anyway, okay, thank you.
Thank you, Rob.
All right.